Hello, everybody, and welcome to the party. I'm hoping we go live soon because my computer never works for me and tells me when we're live. That's good times. Anyway, welcome to Emissaries of Avithna, our all Femme and Enby game. We play here every night, midnight Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Pacific, and we are excited to be here with. Oh no, not saying we're offline. Now we're live. Don't ask me. My computer's messing with me. We're good. We're
on.
Good. Okay.
I can see us. We're on.
Anyway, I was talking, and then I was like, Anyway, okay.
I see us.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Welcome to the Party is an inclusive and equitable gaming community where we work to invite everyone to come and game, learn how to stream if they want to learn how to stream, and we give them a place to do it. Super exciting. We have some announcements before we get started. I want to thank our awesome and amazing sponsors, Devin Rue, the mistress of maps. She makes beautiful, amazing map creations, and you can find all of that information at rueinc.com. Tabletop Loot, where you can buy mugs, dice bags, dice trays. They've got a whole bunch of new stuff there lately. Go check them out, tabletoploot.com. And of course, our merch sponsor, So Nerdwear, where you can buy things from a lot of our streams and cool welcome to the party stuff like this awesome cup and all sorts of things like that. And that is So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear. If you use the code WELCOME, you get 10% off. And then, all right, we like to hang out online with lots of chatting, so you can come check us out on the Discord. Join us. We have lots of fun. We're right in the middle of planning for our big charity stream at the end of the month. If you want to get on board with that, come check us out. And then also, the best way to support us is through our Patreon. We're trying to become the PBS of Twitch RPG streaming. So, like, awesome, by supporting awesome artists and supporting these awesome games that happen on the channel and the DMs who run them, possibly hoping to move into creating, I cannot brain right now.
Deep breath.
No, I'm good. I just can't remember the word I want. Modules for games. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, think that's the major things. Oh, and don't forget we have podcasts. We have some awesome podcasts right now, 3 going on, and then we will be adding some new ones soon to the network, so check those out. All right, let's go around and introduce ourselves, and we're gonna start below me with Fox.
Oh, hi. My name is Fox Barrett, at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, and tonight I will be playing Kavi, a halfling roguey arrow lady.
All right, Miriam.
Hi, I'm Miriam, and I will be playing the pan-everything tiger folk, who's really good at talking and having conversations and, you know, getting into positions of influence. That's me. Oh, yeah, bumper share.
All right, Leona.
Hi, my name is Leona, and I am playing Sita, our lioness guardian.
Silent Ferrets.
Hi, I'm Silent Ferrets. I will be playing Precurity, who is the wizard who talks to all of your inanimate objects. And if you don't want me to, I'm really trying to not. And my mission tonight is to find someone to thirst over.
Good. That's good.
I think it's my goblin friend.
Oh, possibly. All right, Gemma.
Cool. Hello, I'm Gemma. I will be playing Asha, the your elf-folk rogue.
Awesome. Cool. Sounds good. Who wants to talk about what happened last time?
Oh, I'm in like 30 games. Don't make me. What did we do? We went to a party. We all had cover stories of varying levels of quality and effectiveness. Met up with a bunch of people whose names are probably in my notes, which I should have opened and did not. We met we actually have seen those 3 bad people.
Oh no.
The people we really want to bunch.
I'm drowning. Someone please say.
Yes, we met with or saw at least, the 3 diplomats. We were
Jeffrey, Mournfell, and Galathniel? No.
Those are the ones. Yes,
Yep.
we have met them now.
we were
And
promised
Cloudfang?
tour.
Yep.
Sorry.
And we had some invites and
Okay, so do you need me to do this? Will this make it better?
I'm sorry.
Y'all went to a party where you were all dolled up and dressed up and looked lovely and amazing and handsome and whatever you want to be. You went in and were looking. You had a cover stories. Sita was Chanda and Asha was Chanda's friend. Arti.
Artie.
This is also me trying to remember things. And then Kavi went by Kavita.
I forgot about that.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
I now remember. You're my protege.
And Barbara Scher decided that, like, to get Kavi out of an awkward position, said that she was their
Hey.
protege, and so that happened.
I'm in a much more awkward position.
Yeah.
Yay!
You met Devika, the leader of Varanasi, and their bodyguards. You also did meet the 3 diplomats, Junshai Mornhell, and then God Galathaniel, and Brangi and Cloudfang. You had a fun interaction with them. Sita has been invited to a tour of the city with Galathaniel. And let's see. Kavi was offered a night with Ariana. Samdus, the old leading family of the town that were cooed by Devika and their guards. And Barbara Scher had a great, negotiation for that.
You made bank.
Asha.
Thoughts on that?
Yeah. You have thoughts on that? Uh-oh.
But what I'm going to do with all the money.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, fine. Asha accidentally ran into Fenethil Dlathor, a diplomat from Shalana, who recognized them and sent a lovely note that says, "You should come see me because I want to talk to you." And I think that was most everything, right?
Does Asha have a date yet?
Oh, that's right. No, Asha does not have a date yet, but
No.
Asha did meet. That's right, Alice. One of Devika's guards danced with Asha and sent a letter that was super awkward. That was like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. It was fun dancing. Bye." And then I don't remember exactly what you sent back, Asha.
It was just as awkward, and it was just like, we should hang out sometime. Okay, bye.
Just a mess.
And that's what happened last time. So you have all gone to sleep for the night. You are waking up in the morning.
Oh yeah, I
Oh, that's right. I
managed-
forgot. Completely
Yeah.
forgot.
4 of the Palanquin hunts.
Palanquin?
We had a pool party.
I totally forgot that.
4
That's
out
right,
of the 6 ones.
We had bath time with our car, essentially.
That was so funny.
What?
Bath time with our car, essentially.
So funny. Sorry.
So we didn't exactly walk to the party. We had a ride, but it was a palanquin,
Palanquin.
and it was
Wow.
a gaggle of
6 of them.
well-muscled individuals.
And I took 4 of them.
Yeah.
That's not bad. 4 out of 6. I hear that's good.
That's what we were saying. 4 out of 6.
Passing grade where I come from.
So yeah, that's what happened last time.
Sounds like I missed a lot.
You did.
But we got the whole gang back together.
Yeah, the whole gang's back together. Woohoo.
Huzzah!
So, you all have things that are set to happen later today. Is there anything that you want to do this morning? Anyone you want to go see after you wake up? Anything that you need to take care of?
Do I have things set to happen later today? I'm assuming I was at the party, but just I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
And
I didn't feel comfortable RPing you, so yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
So no, unless you want.
That's
to.
cool.
Yeah.
I have a blank right now, so
Okay.
I'll go along with other people's stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably accompany whoever needs accompanying.
Okay, Asha, you wanted to go by yourself, correct?
I know. Honestly, I'm not sure. I know I have plans with Finithel, but which I'll be going solo. But yeah, right now I don't have any other plans.
Okay, so those things are happening. You've been invited late morning to see Finithil,
Okay.
Kavi evening with Ariana, and Sita like right after lunch with Galathaniel. So if there's anything you want to do this morning, if not, we can just move to those. That's up to you.
I just want to go downstairs in my full dress again, and just order breakfast.
Oh, in your dress? Oh,
In my finery from last night.
That's so pretty. Kaylin will tell you look very nice.
Yeah, I'm wearing it again today because it's so good.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
Aww.
It'll probably get awkward soon.
Kaylin's seen a lot of weird things. It's not that weird to her. She's like, yeah, whatever.
Just say above our regular. Like, weird kind of follows.
All right.
Okay, so... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, probably unless Sita does want to go like solo, I will probably accompany Sita.
So here's my question: would not Finithel, sorry, Galahad, whatever his name
Galathaniel.
is. I can't remember this name for the life of me.
Can this be the
Good
joke of where you
call.
just call him anything?
Yeah.
Or do we
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Oh,
Galadriel.
Galadriel or
I
something.
will say, isn't his first name like Engad or something? It's
And
super.
Engad.
yeah.
Okay, Enengad. Would Enengad be displeased if there was a troop of people accompanying me?
I mean, he did tell you could invite friends as you wished.
Okay, well then it's an free-for-all party. Anyone that wants to come can come. More the merrier. Don't think Sita wants to be terribly alone with him.
Fair.
I dress up in my gaudiest and like flashiest, but still tasteful clothes in response to sort of the very passive aggressive colonist sort of words that were said that I don't quite remember.
That's
But
something
I
about
dress-
education and civilization, the a-holes.
Yeah, I dress complete opposite to what they were wearing and like the most eye-watering colors.
I wouldn't have the time to go to this, would I?
Probably not.
Okay.
You
I'm
can,
just checking.
You
'cause
can if you want. It'd just be kind of trying to push it, running back and forth.
Which could be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with my relation to Finithel, I'd want to I'm very anxious, but I also kind of want to annoy him, so I would definitely go.
Later. Yeah, fair. Kavi, are you going with Sita and Barbashar?
Tempting, but no. Y'all go on ahead.
And Prakirti?
Sure, if I'm allowed.
Cool. All right, we're gonna start with Gemma. We're gonna start with Asha going to see Finithil. You are given an address, of where to go. And the address is not in a bad part of the town. It's over by. So if you remember where you were before here, last night. Up top.
Yeah, we were up top.
Yeah,
right
you're
here.
up top. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's in this area surrounding it. There's like
Okay.
It's one of the smaller places, but it's a embassy. That's what they're called. It's an embassy. Yeah.
Okay, is this the Chalanan
Mhm.
embassy? Okay. Yeah, I go there, but it's definitely kind of like I have like a frowny face because I'm like, it's like I got caught. I feel like I got caught, and now I'm just annoyed that he blown through my cover, and I'm just like, what am I doing? And yeah, I just trudge to the. My feathers are ruffled, and I go to the address.
Grumpy Ash.
Grumpy Asha, I like. You get to the front door, and you are just immediately shown inside as if they were expecting you, and quickly. Like, you don't. It's a very quick shown inside and into a fairly well appointed sitting room with some couches, and the servant says, "Have a seat. He'll be right with you."
Okay. Kind of just look around. Maybe there's a vase or something, and I just start poking at it. Curious on what the...
A couple minutes later, you hear the door open, and Finethel walks in. For those who don't remember or weren't here last time, he is a older high elf diplomat with short, wavy blonde hair, green eyes, rugged golden skin. He's about 5'11", fairly attractive, and wears a lot of like gorgeous jewelry, like all over himself. He's bedecked. And he walks in, shuts the door behind him, smiles at you.
I have the frowny face.
And kind of, like, laughs a little bit. And he's like, I mean, I'm glad to see you, Asha. And he sits down.
What are you doing here, Finethel?
Like, my job? And he just smiles and sits across from you and says, "Okay, what's going on?"
Nothing. I just, like, right now, Asha, it's just like, just this feeling of like an older sibling kind of like, even though it's their job and it's probably totally separate, like in Asha's mind, it's like, hey, this is my cool mission now. I'm with this cool group of people. You're in my space. And so like they're just like, why are you here? I was going to a big party. Like, it's definitely a different side.
Oh, that's fair. I love it.
They've shown to the group, and it's just like, don't ruin it for me. Like,
he smells at you as, you know, I'm going to keep your secret, right?
Well, I'm hoping.
And he just looks at you and he goes, okay. I thought maybe we could help each other.
Yeah, what?
Because, you know, I can only do so much as a diplomat, and I just forgot your master's name off the top of my head.
Lavi.
Lavi, thank you. Suzerain Lavi told me that I might see you, but not to expect anything. So I was pleasantly surprised to see you, and didn't want to give you away. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You just really took me by surprise. I wasn't really expecting to see anyone from Chalana, or especially you, or even Suzerain Lavi themselves, you know. But I am glad to see you. Really.
And he smiles at you, kind of like reaches over to pat you on the knee and says, like, do elves have knees? Okay, anyway, just pats you on the knee.
I'm like,
Yes, Kate. Yes.
Do they though? Do they? No, okay, anyway, pats you on the knee. Pats you on the knee and kind of leans in and goes, so I wasn't supposed to come, but we are...
I knew it!
Concerned about these, new friends of Devika's.
Are you talking about those hoity-toity, like, diplomats that been going
Yes,
through?
the Vasahadans.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that we could work together and share information. You and your friends, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, they're really good people. You'd like them. They're awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
we're
with
gonna-
them, so I'm sure I would.
Yeah, but that's essentially what our, I guess, our mission is. We've been told by Lady Herika that there's this group of people, and I kind of just explain what's been found out and like how we ended up here at the party.
And he'll
Like,
nod, yeah.
It's It sounds really bad from what we've seen. How about you?
I am concerned about their hold here in the city, but they've also seems pushed out into further areas and have caused problems with the Wanti Empire to the
that's not good.
west,
Oh.
northwest. And I've heard tell that they're starting to make inroads into the Atavi villages.
Even the Atavi villages? That's so far in.
Yes, we're concerned.
Is there anyone that's like what what we're doing? Is there anyone in Atavi villages right now checking it out?
As far as I know, no, but we don't really have much of a foothold there, so
Oh man. Yeah, this is definitely bad news.
all I've heard of them talk is about a school. They've talked about it many times, and I don't know what this school is or what they're planning to do with it, but we're concerned. So anything you can find out would be helpful, and if I can tell you anything.
Is there any okay, yeah, we'll definitely keep a lookout. A school, would you happen to have a look like a whereabouts?
Not yet. I'm still trying to find out. They don't seem wanting to talk to me very much because Chalana has been less than hospitable to their people.
Yeah, because Chalana's awesome, that's why. Like it puffs
And
up
he
their
just
chest.
kind of laughs a little bit.
Proud of Chalana, like Chalana represent, but okay. Yes, well, later on with some of the groups of my some of the friends in my group, they're having a tour around the city. Maybe we'll find something, especially if the school's around here. Maybe we'll be lucky and they'll slip it in.
That would be good to know. Thank you. I will keep your confidence if you wish to continue your cover.
Yes, please. Here I go by Arthi, but if anywhere else you can, in the chance I do leave, go by Emerald, and I'll find it. But I'll let you know. Is this the best place to reach you?
Yes, at this time.
Oh, okay.
You can send a message and I will come to you.
Okay. How is Master Lavi, or former
Lavi as well, and has heard good things from the lady about you.
Oh. Okay. That's nice. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. It's a nice spot.
Yeah, I can't wait to go home. And he stands up and he's like, back to being a diplomat. And you could tell that he's not happy doing this. This is not what he wants to do with his life.
Yeah, you're never. This was the last thing I imagined you as.
Yeah, well, someone had to do it. And he's like, shows you out. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I'll see you around, I guess. And I just trot away.
All right. Those of you who are going to the tour, you have Kaylin comes up and knocks on your door.
Sita will answer it.
Your ride is here. Looks at you kind of like,
Why the strange look?
there's a very
Is it the same? Go ahead.
there's a very fancy looking gentleman downstairs that doesn't seem like he's from around here.
Trust me, we'll handle it.
Oh, so it wasn't that the palanquin people showed up?
Kaylin looks at you and just smirks, half smirks, and is like,
Is this civilized enough? And I do like a mock sort of model.
Kaylin's like,
Walk.
you look great.
Oh no, but I must be refined and civilized for these people.
I must also be refined and civilized. I have no idea where to begin.
I'm staying here.
Can this be the point Asha comes rushing through
Yeah.
to try to...
Yeah. So you rush through and you see the very prissy guy from the night with a long wavy dyed black hair, brown eyes, kind of tall, lean build, and he's like dabbing his face with a handkerchief just like he was last night.
Oh, okay. Whew. Got here just in time. Whew.
Are you joining us?
Yeah, if that's okay. I want to see the city.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely. Join
Yeah.
us. The more the merrier. The more we have strength in numbers.
Now, Bob or Cher, I'm still in my outfit from the dress the night before that I've been wearing all day and probably went shopping in at some point and took a nap in, and now it's hideously wrinkled. And I'm like, I look good, right?
Why don't you... And I sort of take you to where the pool is, and I say, stand here for 5 minutes and then come out.
Smart.
Okay. I'll do that.
And hopefully the steam will actually sort of get rid of a lot of the wrinkles as long as you stand still.
As soon
And I
as
tell
leave,
you that, stand still.
as soon as you leave the room, you hear a splash.
Friend, you had to know that was going to happen.
And I literally bump her just as a...
Sita, like, her jaw drops and she goes running in just to find out what happened. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just dropped this vase that I was talking to into the pool. What? I can't reach it. Here, let me see if I can get it out.
No. And I look for the nearest, like, stick or, like, sort of like a reaching... Oh, okay.
You go. Don't everybody... I'll take care of the... Just wade into the water. Go.
But yeah, if Prakriti was sort of still for a couple of minutes, it should have ironed out most of
Yes.
the worst offenders.
There still are
Does
some
anyone
wrinkles.
here have prestidigitation? Does anyone have the equivalent of that?
That needs magic. I do not have that.
Womp womp.
I didn't see it in the handbook.
No, there's no presentation.
There's
no.
none. I was hoping there'd be an equivalent of that.
Magic's a
but-
bit more dramatic in this system.
Yeah.
I can make water whips.
There's a
That's the
couple.
same thing.
There's
May
a
not
couple
work.
small things, but nothing like prestidigitation. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you all, I'm assuming, walk down. Sita, what are you
Mhm.
wearing today? Because you are a fashion model, and I need to know.
Yes. I got a delivery from our moms as usual. And today Sita is wearing a long gown. And so it's just one long opulent dress. It's got whites and pearls and creams all swirled throughout. And she's just, she's trying to put on this kind of like show of like, like Avithna has many like refined people type of a thing, right? And so it's just this beautiful dress, and you can only barely see the bottom of her shoes, but you can see that she's very like well prepared for a tour despite looking so dressy and formal. And so she'll head down and she'll go, "Oh, it's lovely to see you again."
Oh, my dear, you look ravishing.
Thank you.
As he's
thank
like
you.
dabbing his face, kind of like bows, kisses your hand.
Oh, shucks. She'll grab her fan, which I forgot to grab.
Hi! And I put my hand right.
He's like, hello. I am Enengad. I met you last night, I think.
Yes.
Yes! I'm so glad that you invited all of us. Really, that was that touched me.
So he kind of stands up and looks around and he sees this entourage behind you and he goes, oh, you can kind of see a little bit like a, and then he's like, of course. Follow me for our tour of the city.
These are my colleagues.
I'm just kind of staring him up and down, and I really want to talk to his handkerchief.
Okay.
I want to hear what his handkerchief has to say.
It's kind of like just making retching sounds. Like,
Even his handkerchief doesn't like him.
it's like, like a small child who's like, gross.
Ugh, not the face again.
Why is he so sweaty? It's disgusting.
I'm not actually going to say anything about
Yeah.
it. I just was like, he probably notices me staring at it for a while.
Yeah, and he looks at you and he's like, but he's like too well bred, according to him, to say anything about it, of course. Yes, of course. Follow me, please. And he like leads you out, and there is a beautiful palanquin with 8
Ooh.
carriers. They don't look familiar to you.
Yeah, I was like,
I
does
wink
Buffon
at all
know
of
them?
them anyway.
Are they
A couple of
also
them
pale?
wink back. What?
Are they also pale, or are they?
No, they're from the town.
locals.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're locals. He's like, so, what would you like to see first?
Oh, I don't know. What's caught your eye in the city? What would you recommend?
Let's start in the merchant district. And he opens the curtain and gives you, like, helps you in, Zita, and then just kind of stands back and waits for everybody else to get in.
I make sure I sit right next to Sita.
When I go to get in, I offer him my hands as if, like, assuming he's going to try to help me up the way he helped Sita.
Oh, and he will. If you offer a hand, he will, like, all right, and help you in.
Is he slimy and gross?
I mean, he doesn't look that way. He's
Very.
sweaty. It's hot here, and he's not used to it.
More like his hands when our hands touch. Is it like, ugh?
It's
Or is it
sweaty.
like-
Sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw. Oh well, that's normal. That's how I would be.
I just fly up or just float, like just flutter down onto the other side of Sita, so he doesn't get a chance to sit by her.
He'll sit across.
Should kind of whisper, maybe I should be able to talk to him and maybe mine him for information
Oh,
on the way back, maybe?
I scoot up next to him apparently as extra emphasis for what Sita's point is, and start trying to have small talk with him, and it doesn't go well.
No, he's not really interested in small talking with you. It's like, oh yes. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable, and you see that there's like some snacks and drinks. In
I
the
spread
middle.
eagle as I sit.
Anyway,
I talk to him and go, actually, I think I would prefer sitting where you're at, sir, if you don't mind, motion the palanquin sometimes.
yes, of
I can get motion.
course.
Please, I was so rude. Please sit with you were with Sita after all, so or
Chanda.
I mean, what's her code name?
Chanda.
Linda.
With Chanda, please. I'm sure you would like have much to discuss.
Of course, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see Sita kind of like just kind of bat her eyelashes at him.
And he'll come sit next to you, and he kind of like looks behind you and makes face at Babarsher, like.
I give the biggest of friendliest of smiles as I take like this big, if there's grapes, I just take the whole thing and I'm like,
Bobber Share is a walking music video, and
Yep,
I love it.
it's true.
and the thing is, I am very well versed in etiquette, so I am pointedly being
Rude.
obnoxious.
On purpose. I love it. I love it so
Having
much.
seen Baba Cher do this, I now realize that is the appropriate way to eat and start copying.
Oh dear.
And so he just looks at Olivia. Escorts was like, yes, let's go. And he like knocks on the side of the palanquin and it lifts up. And you start moving down. He's like, so, Chanda, my dear, what brought you to our fair city? Well, this fair city.
Modeling, of course. I come from a smaller town, and, well, this seems like the place to be, wouldn't you say?
Ah,
But I
yes,
had
of course.
I've been so busy meeting everyone and making connections with the best designers in town that I hadn't really had an opportunity to really see much. So I'm very excited to see the Merchant District and the Arts District and whatever districts you'd like to show me.
And as you're walking through, it's kind of like a sheer fabric on the sides to still protect you, but you can see the city as you're going through, and you start heading toward the Merchant District, kind of where you are. So you're starting kind of in the area that you are staying in. And he says, ah, yes, of course. I haven't had as much time in the city as I'd like either. It's like, but you know, for Avithna, this is a beautiful city. And he just... I can't look at Fox's face when I...
You need a fan block to hide, to cover your one eyeball with.
Yeah. There. There you go. And it's for
For
Avithna. This is a...
Avithna, you say?
Of course. I mean, Vasahata has many beautiful cities full of designers and courtiers, and it's a very different place.
Oh, do tell me more.
And then he will just go on to tell you for like the next 25 minutes about how beautiful Vasahata is, how only the most beautiful people live in the capital city of Arwan, and only the prince himself is everything that is wonderful, and all of, you know. Oh, did someone subscribe?
Yeah.
Ah, thank you for the subscription, and someone gets advantage. So thank you for Fubs Batman for the subscription. You're awesome, and you can pick any of these lovely people to give advantage to, even me, if you so desire. Just let us know in chat who you want that to be, and he'll just go, and he'll tell you about their prince and how stunningly gorgeous he is, and how he stands up above the rest, and oh, he would just probably love to meet someone as beautiful from such a small continent as yours. And he will just like pepper in the most asshole things. You can tell that he thinks his place is the best and only place, and how this is so exotic and quaint. And
is he negging our entire society?
Pretty much.
yeah.
Yep, that's what happened in the party last episode.
And Sita will pretend to be oblivious to all of it, and she's gonna just be like, "Oh, you have a prince? Oh my! Tell me about your government. Tell me about this prince of yours. I'd
Well,
love to know more about your world."
and he'll explain how the government is actually set up as there is a prince who runs the country. The king has taken ill, and so the prince is in charge, and he has a council, and they have a lot to say, and that the country is very focused on education and making sure that the history and understanding of the world is known and spread to other continents as well. And so he'll start telling you about how they believe in education and sharing their history and the history of the world that they collect together and put in one place and want to take out to all of the continents.
I see. So you're concerned about the welfare of others and not just your own continent.
Well, of
is that-
course.
Oh, how fascinating. But do go on, tell me
Crunch.
more.
And so, yeah, he'll just start telling you about life in Vasahata, how it's very structured. There's a very high class system. There, just those kinds of things that would be in this very structured, very, and how they everyone must have an education, everyone is trained, they're given tests at the age of 16 to determine their aptitude and ability, and then they're given placements wherever that is, whether it's in Vasahata itself or sent out as emissaries to other continents, all of these things.
Emissaries of Vasahata.
Are these? Asha kind of interjects. Are these schools just in Vasata, or are these like special everywhere?
We have schools everywhere that we have partners and people with it that we have good relationships with.
Will you be starting a school here?
That is our hope.
Oh, how exciting.
Ooh, is it being built soon, or?
Right now we are going through the red tape of how to find the place to have it and where it should be. We're working with Devika on that. So at the moment, no, that's what Mornhell is spending all of his time on.
Oh,
Of course, of course.
Can my tail at this point sort of flop over and kind of like sit right next to his ear?
Oh.
He's gonna kind of flip it away with his handkerchief.
And it just naturally keeps flipping down.
He's gonna kind of move.
And Sita has kind of like two more things on her mind for now. The first one being, you mentioned Devika. Tell me more about her. I only met her last night, but I don't know too much about her.
Them, just so you know. But also,
Them,
yeah,
sorry.
no problem. He'll be like, Devika is boring. Just all they
Oh,
want to do
really?
is train and train and train and train and train. When you are a leader, you must have an eye to the arts and the culture of the place
of
that you are
course.
leading. And he'll just go off about how, as a leader, you must be cultured and understand the arts and support the arts. And he's dabbing his face the whole time, and he kind of forgets that Barbershare's tail is there. And, like, just...
I don't suppose you could perhaps get me an audience with Devika. I would love to get to know them a little better. Perhaps I can instill some of your passion for the arts in them.
Well, I suppose I could take you as a guest to one of our smaller dinners at some point if you are interested. And he kind of smiles at you.
I would love to go to one of those.
That's thank you for inviting us.
That sounds awesome.
Ah.
Party?
He smiles and he kind of leans into Shonda and he's like, I only have space for one guest to bring with me.
To talk to you in private as well.
Wonderful. And he'll smile and kind of like...
At this point, the tail's now stuck right in. I don't know if I heard the exchange, but I see the exchange, and it's like tail goes right in.
You would see the exchange, but it's kind of happening behind open fan, so it's like she knows that she's gonna have to tell all of you at some point, but she wants to make it look like she's like
Right.
cozying
Well,
up.
Asha just keeps looking out of the palanquin while all this conversation's happening, just to, well, they are interested in the city, but also at the same time, like, wants to hide all the expressions they're
Yeah,
making.
that's
When
fair.
they do it, they're just like, bleh.
So this whole conversation is happening as you're going on a whole tour of the city, and he'll point out like where he's been shown the merchants areas and all, but you're going throughout the entire city, kind of on the path that kind of leads all the way around it. If that makes sense.
Can I don't know if this is something that's within my magic skill set. Can I try to do something?
Sure.
All right. I have the water and the objects arcana. What I kind of want to do is basically sort of use that to localize the humidity around his handkerchief. So every time he goes to use it, it's damper and damper. And I don't necessarily want to do anything myself. What I want to do is empower the handkerchief to vent its frustration.
All
if
right.
possible.
I love it so much.
You tell me what role you think that is.
I would assume it is Arcana objects,
Mhm.
but
You have one where you can like find out what an object wants to be, right? Is that or something like that?
yeah, and I can basically empower it to do what it wants to be better.
Yes. Go. I would roll that one.
Okay, that is hold on, let me find roll 20. All right. I think it was that one. Oh, shoot. Wow. That's pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely cast the spell with stunt points. So I'm going to say, unless you have something really specific you want to use for the stunt points, that's just going to make the spell stronger.
I'll double check, but I don't think I've got anything specifically. Actually, there was a role-playing stunt point that made a lot of sense here.
Okay.
For 4 points, there is I mean, he's already kind of enamored with Sita, it seems. So that might not be necessary. But for 4 points, basically, if I win an opposed thing, it basically can give someone flirt, and maybe I could use that to give it to her, but I don't know if that makes any sense.
He's enamored of her already. I don't know if she needs it, but if you want to, that's fine. Yeah.
Honestly, it's
Okay.
I could enrage him, but I don't see that being useful.
You can just reach your magic out to the object and and it starts to just get a little wetter. As if it's, and you can see that it's sopping up more liquid than just his face.
Yeah.
And he doesn't notice at the moment, but he will by the end of this notice that his handkerchief is unnaturally damp.
I think what I would like to do with any of the stunt points is something that basically gives Sita or anyone else who's trying social stuff with them some sort of small bump, basically.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
Also, just messing with him because he deserves it.
I love it. I love the passive aggressiveness. He just looks at you. He's like, "Excuse me. I don't believe you noticed that you're running into my head."
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. My tail sometimes has a mind of its own.
But please, can you
Silly
control
tail.
it?
And it just wraps around like a hand on Sita's like shoulder.
Sita will smile and just very gently sort of pet the little end of the tail.
I mean, it's pretty much its
Like,
own distinct
You hear
entity.
a purr emerging.
Yeah. And she's just like completely cluelessly, like she's completely like giving like that same like ooh, I so fancy you smile to whatever his face's name is that I can never remember.
Galathaniel.
Galathaniel. Galathaniel.
G. Just you call him G.
G, I keep giving G this lovely smile while simultaneously giving like scritches and pets to the tail as if she has. Like,
I am
clue,
now
like,
like
what
sort
is
of like
signified.
I'm having like utter like I'm trying not to purr quite uncontrollably.
She'll just kind of pat it and go, okay.
And
easy."
he'll kind of lean in and he says, my friends, dear, they call me Gal. Just to you, not to the rest of the group. He whispers it. Just want that to be known."
It'll be our secret.
And he smiles and he gets kind of flushed and he's like dabbing his face and it's like kind of just making it more wet. And as he's dabbing his face, you can tell that he's wearing makeup, which in and of itself is not that big of a deal, but it's kind of starting to run a little bit because it's wet. And so it's kind of getting like, you know, when you get your makeup wet and it's kind of starts to like pill a little bit, that's kind of what's happening like on his cheeks and his chin and his nose.
Oh dear.
He
Sita's
deserves
gonna let
that.
it happen. He deserves it.
And it passes much like that unless there's anything else you want to grill him about. He drops you all off at the inn and he helps all of you out of
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
of the palanquin. John the last. But did you want to do something?
Yeah, as we're leaving, I'm gonna very surreptitiously give extra silver to the palanquin to make sure there's a super bumpy ride on the way home.
Oh, I likes it.
Make me a communication. Is that a persuasion? There's a persuasion check, right?
I do not actually have persuasion, but I'm fairly communicative.
Yeah, so she's making me a communication check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Sita continues to give her little, like, oblivious smile, and she very warmly leans in and is like, I can't wait to see you again.
I will
Aw.
send you a note at my earliest convenience.
Of course.
So I give 12. I give.
There's 8 of them.
Uh,
One
I
silver's
give-
a lot, so if you want to give them
Yeah.
each one, yeah.
Okay, so I have 4 silver left now. Yeah. So I do that.
You give it to
And-
you talk to the one in the lead while he's talking
Yeah.
to Sita, and the one in the lead just looks at you. You say, "Give him a boy ride," and they look at you and they're like, and we'll distribute to the rest of them. And you hear under their breath, they just kind of whisper something that you know is a language that not a lot of people speak in this area, and it just says, "Bumpy ride, we've been paid." And you can kind of see like smiles on almost all of their faces because they're like,
Yes.
"Oh, this douche." Okay, Kavi, what have you been doing?
Practicing.
okay.
Well, because I brought an instrument. I bought a musical instrument last night, and while folks were out, like as soon as it's like, are they gone? Sweet. And because she likes to practice in private, she's very concerned about her image in that way. Yeah. So I thought a lot about what instrument she probably plays. It was obviously something bowed, and I wanted it to be something I'm at least vaguely familiar with. So if you're at all familiar with, commonly it might be called like a Chinese fiddle, but technically it's called an erhu. It is it's a very like small bowed instrument with 2 strings on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the bow actually goes like between the 2 strings. Like, you
Mhm.
can't remove the bow from it. It's got like a little tiny resonance chamber at the bottom of it, and it's she's a halfling, so for her it's actually fairly tall, but for humans you play it like sitting down, and it's like this big. Yeah, as soon as people are gone, like that's what she had like wrapped up that she brought in at the end of that last episode, and she just kind of like unwraps that and just sort of like sits down somewhere and starts like tuning and trying to remember scales. And like, okay, I think I remember this song. So yeah, she has been practicing that the whole time people were gone. Honestly, when people like show back up again, like she's probably still playing it, and it's very much that thing of like as soon as somebody's like she can hear somebody coming towards the door, it's like the music just stops.
I would like the line out loud as we walk through the door, if that's okay. And what I'm going to say as we walk in is, Sita, oh my goodness, you guys are going to make such a cute couple and have the most smarmiest, adorable fuckboy babies.
I give you such the dirty look, Prakriti.
I mean, can you imagine? Oh, your city is so fine. Oh, the arts. Oh, the education. What's that music?
No, and Zila's gonna look at them and be like, to be clear, I'm not enjoying this, nor do I intend to have children with that monster.
You
I have
had me
standards,
fooled.
okay? Good. I'm glad I had everyone fooled. The whole point is that I'm trying to get under their skin so that I can destroy them. That's all I want, is to claw their eyeballs out, okay? I don't want their children.
I know, I was just...
And Sita then bursts out laughing.
But your children can help educate us.
Ugh. I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
educate
Speaking of-
anyone.
Speaking of education, because I didn't have a chance to talk to everyone because I came straight from meeting with Ferenthiel. But oh wait, where's Kavi?
Kavi.
Maybe Kavi hired a musician?
Kavi.
Or maybe Kavi got another proposal with a musician.
Ooh.
Well,
Are you upstairs yet, or are you still downstairs?
Yeah, that's the question. Like, where are you guys at?
We'd probably go straight up to the rooms
Yeah,
first.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you wouldn't have to call for me. Like as soon as you open the door, like again, like I would just be in there, just like sitting around, just kind of like hanging out, probably snacking on something.
Oh,
Oh, where'd the musician you were with go?
we thought we heard music.
We were in a tavern. There's music all the time. And I just sort of like point at Bob or Sherry. That explains it.
Not at this hour.
Thought I'm like, that's fair.
Makes sense to me.
How
He's
was your
walking-
day, Copy?
Sharon's walking music.
Hmm.
Sorry, what'd you say, Sita?
How was your day, Copy? What did you get up to?
Whatever I'm eating, I just sort of like lift it and shake it around a little bit. How about y'all? Y'all manage anything good? Was it productive?
I
I
have
po-
another date with Galathaniel.
And they're going to have. Someone probably
Oh.
shuts me up at some point, please. Can someone shove something in my mouth at that point?
I just sort of tickle your ear with my tail. Like, not right now.
Oh, also, I stole like half the snacks on the table if you want some.
Gore. So how deep a cover are you getting in with this guy, Sita? Because word on the street is apparently you're about to have ...
Also, and I pull out from my bag the Ither of Seduction. If you need this, I mean,
I think I'm done enough seduction, hopefully. I don't intend to go that far undercover.
But
Just
he's
make
so,
sure you get him.
Pun intended.
you can
he's
practice
so
on me if you
dreamy
want.
and moist.
Oh.
Moist.
Just make sure I get invited to the wedding. That's all I care about.
There's not going to be a wedding. How dare you insinuate that I would marry that pale monster?
Well, if you're not going to marry him, maybe I should.
You
Sure,
don't want-
by all
We
means.
wouldn't
No.
wish that fate on you.
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
please don't. I met the man briefly. I wouldn't wish him on my worst enemy. Something you were far
Also,
from.
I wouldn't like you to become a widow at such a young age.
I don't know, man. I mean, if I inherit all his stuff.
I howl at that. Just howling laughter.
I mean, being a widow wouldn't be the worst thing. At least we'd be rid of him.
You'd be a very attractive widow, and I would marry you any day.
See, we have a plan. No.
And they would
None of
have the
this is
most
actually
musical babies.
Oh God.
And the cutest colors.
And then
Asha, it was productive, huh?
I will wave her fan in the air and go, all right, everyone, that's enough of that. Asha, how
Yeah.
did your visit go?
Likers or tie-ins?
What?
Asha, how did your visit go?
It went great. But speaking of the
Ligers and tie-ins and shares.
Oh my.
Cause
Oh my.
No, that
Sorry.
was good. That was good. Damn it.
yeah, that was
Sorry, Asha.
Okay, Asha, how was your visit?
If only Twitch had a clip feature.
Oh
It does.
wait.
It does. It so does.
No, it went fine. So yeah, my friend Philinthier, he's here. He's a diplomat now in the Chalana embassy. So I've been with them since in Chalana, so we've known each other for a while. So he's good people. But the reason I kept asking about all the stuff about all the education stuff, Sita, they're doing,
Yes.
is because, well, apparently they've been doing that for like all this, like, he's been hearing that they've been putting schools everywhere, and Chalana's first, and they're really going against it, or here in this city too. That's why they're needing Davika's help, because they need the place to put the school in. But next is the Atavi villages.
No.
Okay, what?
And you see you see Sita's entire persona switch, and you just see this rage-filled lion, and she's just like, no, they wouldn't dare. How? No, I won't.
I also do the same thing, only I'm a much shorter, paler, rage-filled lion. Also not a lion. They
But
won't.
very, 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 very reminiscent of angry lions.
Sita, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you might not be able to consummate your marriage because I'm going to kill him.
That is completely fine by me.
Oh, I will be there in the line watching and making sure.
Trust me, there's a line. We can all chop off one limb each.
That's gross.
But effective. And fun. Okay, so
I can't believe they're already building it. It's like that's like.
And so Sita pauses, takes a deep breath, fans herself some more.
I'm so sorry,
goes-
Sita.
That's all right. It's not your fault. Continue. What else do you know?
That's pretty much.
Hobby villages, have they done anything with the dam?
the dam outside of the Atavi villages.
Not the dam, damn it.
It's holding back all the water.
The people.
The dam,
people.
dam.
The enemies of the Atavi villages.
Oh, the 1T.
The 1T. Yes.
They've been aggravating them. That's what someone said, but I don't remember who.
It was Fenethel told Asha.
Okay,
Ow.
sorry. I don't know that in character
No,
yet.
it's fine.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, but Asha does mention that as well. Asha's not too familiar with Wanti, but they do mention that Wanti is kind of their like first target, but they are moving inward fast, and that Atavi is the next in line.
Are they like fighting the Wanti or like seducing them? Because
They're-
they'd make a good pair.
They're trying to reach out to everybody on the continent. You know that they have reached out to... Asha knows that they are trying to reach out to Chalana, and Chalana is saying no. That they're here in Varanasi. They're moving toward the Atavi villages, and you heard that they've also reached out to the Wanti. But that seems more antagonistic at the moment. That's what you've heard.
That's not good. The Wanti are the enemies of the Atavi villages. I would shudder to think of what would happen if these people joined hands with the Wanti. The Atavi villages wouldn't stand a chance. This is all incredibly important information. Thank you, Asha. You did wonderful.
Thank you. No,
You're
but
welcome.
it's just kind of scary, you know, because they're kind of using like education and trying to think of being good, but really they're kind of just doing the opposite and like sucking people in. That's
Here's
scary.
the thing. They have their education and they have their culture, but they disrespect our education and our culture. And that is what is unacceptable to me.
Because we're so uncivilized, I say, as I grab the messiest thing and I just like...
Ugh.
And exotic.
Asha just starts laughing. It's like, yeah, mess.
I can't believe they think we don't have any sort of education here. Are you kidding me?
You know how long it takes to learn how to do the falling apple cart?
The falling apple cart?
No, but I'd love to find out.
What's the
Well,
falling apple
what you
cart?
do is you take one person by the legs and you lift them up, and then I start describing.
What is going
I
on?
really want to know what this is, though. Like,
I wanna
what?
know what is it.
It's a
Keep
sex
going.
position.
Oh! Got it! I was so
I-
confused.
Okay, I can't even figure. Okay,
I
look.
made it up.
Let's
It's
just-
not a real position.
It is now, and we will never describe the specifics because it's a secret. It is a secret that's
It is
very
a secret
important to all of
Avithna sex
us.
position. Welcome
Yes.
to Late Night Game, y'all. The secret of Avithna
Yep.
sex position. Oh my
This is
God.
the thirstiest game on late night.
That's
Now I want to master it.
I
And
love it.
I was like, yeah, you know, it took me like 2 or 3 years to finally do it, and then I realized that you can't do it solo. It requires at least 5 people.
I've
Oh my lord.
read.
Okay, would in a
Wait.
change of time.
Hang on. 5 regular sized people, or would like 5 halflings work? Like, does it?
Would you do 10
Uh,
halflings?
I actually think the halflings would make it much easier.
So would you need fewer if you're using halflings?
Probably.
Interesting. Okay.
Am I short enough that I could count as a halfling for this purpose?
No, absolutely not. I'm like 3 feet tall.
Asha's
Yeah.
face is
And
just
I'm
hidden
tall.
by their wings, just like.
If we want to switch gears, I have read foreign magical texts, and they're very backwards.
The shutters are closed, yo.
Okay, we can go back to the thirst. It's cool.
And you just see Sita just like sitting there fanning herself, and she's like, "Are we done yet? Is it over? Can we make a plan here?"
Yeah,
I
I'm
have to
satiated.
go
It's-
What?
So when's
Well-
the next party?
We need to find 3 more halflings. 4 more halflings.
I know where we can find some halflings, but don't you worry about that.
Oh my lord! Can we deal with that later tonight? After.
So it is on the agenda then.
It is nighttime though, right?
We can definitely practice
it's-
afterwards.
It's late afternoon, moving
Okay.
into early evening.
So this is on the agenda, and we'll circle back around to it.
Yeah,
Don't
I'll
think
give you a
it's-
master class.
All right, cool.
No, it's not.
I'm
If it's on the
fine.
agenda, I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
need
be
to
there.
join in. Okay.
Yeah, no.
But you're the one who put it on the agenda, Sita. You said we should get back to this later.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Oh no.
Asha, when you get back, you were handed a note by Kaylin as you walked in.
I received a note.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Kaylin handed it to you as you walked in. I just didn't want to
Oh.
start that with everything else you guys were talking about.
Fair.
That.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kaylin. And I open it up.
And it says, Artie, I would like to hang out with you too. What are you doing tonight? Alice.
Who's it from? Who's it from? Who'd you know from? Who'd you get a note from?
Eyes just go, like
Because it says, what are you doing tonight? It's my night off. Alice.
the eyebrows just go up and go.
I'm
"Whoo."
shoulder reading at this point after seeing the face.
Yeah, I don't even notice Babar like shoulder reading.
I'm hopping up to see.
Me
I lift
too,
you
actually.
up on the opposite side.
Who is it, Asha?
It's that person I danced with at the party.
Ooh.
Huh, I didn't sense any chemistry there. Of course, I was distracted.
It was a busy party.
There were a lot of silverware.
You must have been very busy.
Anyway,
Kind of elbow Asha.
Really?
I think you've got somebody you need to go interrogate, huh?
And I elbow in the other direction.
Stop it! I don't. What do I do?
Say yes is what you do. Are you shitting?
Yes. And then I'll give you my best fragrances. You just straddle it, and then you'll smell all nice all over your feathers. And then
And this
Oh, like,
illusion
right,
is
that's the thing that you fragrance when you stand over it. That's right. I was like, for a minute, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like straddle. I'm like, wait, what?
you smoke yourself, essentially.
Or you could just go and be yourself and be amazing. And believe me, they're gonna love it, kid.
Oh,
seduction there. Maybe you could use that.
Or you could just go have a good time.
that would,
That too.
I'm with Kavi on this one. I mean, you're adorable, Asha.
oh. I kind of just look back and forth. Oh, you. Thanks, everybody. But okay. All right. I'll respond. I'll respond then. I guess.
Yes.
I mean,
Right.
do you want to?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I just
Okay.
don't. I just don't know what to do. It's their night off, so I'm kind of like, oh. I
Maybe they have some ideas. Maybe they want to take you dancing again.
Hang on. There's a bottle of wine in here somewhere.
Oh.
There are many bottles of wine in there.
I pulled 15 bottles out of my bag. All of them are empty.
Oh dear.
Okay, we're looking for full, which here, this one was on the shelf.
Huh.
I just shove it into Asha's hands.
Yeah.
Why do I have so many empty bottles?
Gifts are good. Gifts are good. Yeah.
They-
Okay.
Back.
I'll just respond, and then I just go to the I guess the desk where there's
yeah,
paper.
just go to Kaylin at the
Yeah.
bar. Yeah.
Go respond and then go get pretty.
Yeah, pretty. And then I'm like, as I write, I'm like,
Go
yeah,
get
I'm free.
prettier.
I'm free. Let's hang out. Where should I meet you? And then Atir, and then Arti, and then I give it back to Kaylin. Thank you.
With the bottle of wine? Or are you keeping the bottle of wine? Or were you drinking? I don't know what you're doing with the bottle of wine. I just want to know.
Oh, I'll bring it with me when I meet.
Nice. I like that. I like that. Good. Okay. And that's sent off, and you get a message about 45 minutes later that says, I'll pick you up and we'll go out to eat if that's okay.
Ooh. They said they're gonna pick me up.
Yes!
Yay! What do I do? What do I wear? What do I wear? Should I just...
It's the Balkan people.
What?
Sita, you and Asha are much the same size, FYI.
Oh, okay, come with me, Asha. And
they're like,
just
okay.
she'll just drag Asha over into her, and she'll just like pull out all of the clothes, and she'll be like, "Which one do you want?"
I just
Whatever
see
you
all
like.
the... I just
Are
see
you just drinking the wine while you're going?
Drink another bottle of wine, Babar. I have no... I'm used to just wearing plain... I'm not used to standing out. I definitely trust your judgment.
Okay.
From another room, we just hear, she does this shit to me all the time.
How about a pretty deep green dress with little tree motifs on it?
Green is good. I like that.
Yeah, with little trees on it. That'll be cute, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's amazing.
Perfect. And you see her pull something out, and she almost like, you can see her kind of like messing around with it at first, and she's kind of modifying it to like look perfect on Asha, and then she's like, "Here, put this on." She'll help Asha into it, and she'll go. And she'll just like fluffing up Asha's feathers as she goes, and she's like fussing over her, and then she'll like turn her to look in the mirror, and she'll go, "So what do you think?"
That's not me, is it? This is too... Are you sure it's okay for me to wear this? Is fancy.
Of course. So long as you feel happy and confident in it. If you don't feel confident, you don't have to wear it. I want you to be confident.
At this point, I come in with a burning aromatic bush, and I start sort of like...
What is this? What do you do, Babar?
And it's like, it's to ward the evil eye off and to also make you smell pretty.
It's for good luck.
Back
It's
you
for good luck.
shoulders.
That's the
Okay,
sweetest.
ward bad things. Good. Okay. Like I just start like whiffing it in.
Okay, so as Asha is getting ready for their date, I'm assuming Kavi is also getting ready for their...
And I pass by and I smack you on the shoulders as well.
Are you
Okay, so
not
what
helping Kavi get ready, Babar? Share.
I am!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in their own fucked up way, apparently.
And then I tell you, stand over this, and I put down the little smoker.
Something real quick. Because no, like while all this is going, to answer your question, Kate. Yeah, I was just kind of like looking in the room, going, huh, "It's happening to someone else now. That's pretty good."
Start running.
That's so good.
Then you see me coming with the birder, and I'm like, stand over this for 10 minutes.
10 minutes? I gotta take me 10 minutes to get into this stupid dress. Would you just...
Yeah, I'll help you with the dress. Just stand over that.
God, fine, whatever, perfect. Whoa, what does that smell? What am I... And why am I smelling it?
It's the smell of roses and sandalwood and
Okay, it's actually...
Lovely.
and lavender and all the things that will smell good should you decide to enjoy other parts of the night.
Okay, I'm standing. You just go. Just take... I think you need to go save Asha. It's fine. I'll figure out the whatevers. I'm good.
And I start helping with buttons.
Okay, that's a little weird, but all right, fine, sure, whatever. We got to get this done. Let's go. Oh, showtime.
And as... Oh, go ahead.
Correct.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say. I'm helping you dress.
So as both Asha and Kavi are getting ready for their evenings out, we're going to go to break. And we'll be back shortly. So we'll see you all in just a few minutes.
Are you doing
And
okay,
we're
Kate?
back. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. We're back. No, I'm good. We're back. Hello everyone. I hope you all had a nice break like we do. We're back. It's time for date night of all sorts.
Whatever.
Emissaries of Avithna.
Emissaries of Avithna.
The dating sim.
According to Fox, and I agree, the guerrilla warfare dating sim.
So I'm watching as they get ready, and I just say to myself, one day it will be my turn, and I'll get dressed up, and I'll get to meet a mop who loves me for me, or maybe even a person.
When that day comes, I will gladly dress you in the finest clothing that I have for your wedding to a mop. As long as I don't have to marry a mop, I'll gladly dress you and dance at your wedding.
A mop is superior to your current boyfriend.
This is true.
I miss that mop.
Okay.
You know what? I kind of missed the mop too.
I don't.
Cut to mop on boat, just sit silently.
Pining.
Cut back.
Oh, DBM's in rare form tonight. We love you. All right. So, Coffee, Ariana said that she would send a ride for you. So,
Sweet.
Kaylin comes up and knocks on the door and tells you that your ride is here. And
All
kind of
right,
winks at
nice.
you.
Okay. And I do not wink back. I just sort of okay. And I've got the Arhu like wrapped back up into cloth, so I kind of like pick it back up and just sort of like boonk onto my shoulder at that point because better. And then I just sort of turn back to the room and it's like, don't wait up. And
Probably won't.
at the door, little Kavi just like.
You are led to a smaller size palanquin. You don't feel lost in it, and there are only
Halfling.
yeah. Ha, 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 ha. It's actually only carried by 2 carriers who let it open and open it, and it's a beautiful red, and you can tell that it is not necessarily one that she probably owns, but she went out and made sure that it was appropriate for you. So this,
Okay.
she cares a tiny bit, like, you know, just a bit. And
I mean,
you,
she's already paid quite a lot, so.
yeah.
I guess as I walk like past one of the dudes carrying, it's like, "Sup, my man," and hop into the palanquin.
And they carry you to her estate, which is right here on the map. I'll
Right,
move
the
it down so people
northeast
can
look
see
like?
it. There.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, because she still lives in the family estate.
God.
Yeah. And she, you are carried there. It takes a little bit of time. And then you are dropped at the front door. You enter in through the front door, which I don't know what Barbara told you about the thing. This is not necessarily normal for
Okay.
courtesans. Usually they come in a side door. Not that the people are like ashamed of it or anything. It's just another service usually. But this
Sure.
is-
Okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, would you have like prepped me that this would be unusual?
I probably prepped you about general etiquette for like house visits.
Okay.
And because I wasn't quite sure, but from what I understood, it might have been. So I gave you some general etiquette of that, which I can make that up. But Kate, if you have an idea,
No, go
of
ahead. You can make up whatever you want it to be. I'm cool with that.
Oh, I don't actually have anything.
yeah, no.
So I'm
Just
for-
general etiquette. Usually it's transactional, and so it's just another service that people offer, and they come in through a side door, usually where another worker to the house would come in. So seems different. And
So then, yeah, I'm probably a little put out. Like, if I assume somebody's probably be like, "Come this way," and I'm like, "But that, why this?" But that?
the lady says to come this way, and they'll
Come
lead
so-
you.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to. All right.
I did also put the thing of basically if you are directed to do certain things, like instead of what the general etiquette is, to go specific versus general.
Oh, for sure. Kavi still would have been very put out and confused.
Also, that intimate relations are never expected. That's discussed and agreed
Sure,
upon.
Yeah.
I felt like that needed to be said.
Yes.
Yeah.
that
But
needs
Bashir would have also said that
to
very
be
clearly
said.
too.
This is about
As a player,
companionship. Yeah. Yeah.
As a player that's understood for the stream, that is important to say that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
This is
mean,
about companionship, and if people want to have fun, that's great, and if they don't, that's great too. So you are led into a kind of small, off the back of the house, like what seems to be a family sitting room. From your understanding, it's not very ornate. It's very plush and comfortable, and there are low couches. And Ariana is sitting there in like really just casual clothing. Casual clothing, and drinking a glass of wine, and invites you in. It's
Oh,
good to see you again, Kavita.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. Honestly, this is just so much better than that party. Like, to be honest, this is just like, intimate and like calm and like, frankly, way better music. So it's like, this is great. This is great. That looks like good wine.
Yes, and she'll pour you a glass and hand it to you. Have a seat. Relax. I just want to spend some time getting to know you.
Sure. I would love to know about you as well. And I take the wine, but I actually set it down like next to me.
There are tables and places to put things, so you're good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And like next to that is where I set my instrument.
And she smiles and says, well, my family are kind of dicks. And she just straight up is like, and we'll tell you about her family and how they're assholes, and she's really glad that they're dead, pretty much. And she tells you like that she's the last of the line, and that she had such hopes for when she was expected, because she was the heir and expected to take over the city, and she had hopes for how she would change things and make things different because her family were dicks. And she says, I also put up that front to the city because I'm expected to, and now that Devika's in charge, I still have to maintain.
Sure. So not a big fan of how Devika's running things, I take it.
They let the Vasahata in. They're kind of terrible.
Yeah. What is the deal with that? Do you think, like, is Devika sympathetic to the Vasahatans? Like, do you think that she's just gonna let him walk all over this wonderful, frankly amazing town of ours, if I might be so bold?
And she will. I don't know what I can do. Devika runs the guard. The guard took over the city. Killed my dad. Granted, he probably deserved it. But still...
I guess I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry?
Just kind of shrugs. Like,
Okay.
he was good to me, just nobody else.
I see. Well, I mean, surely there's other movers and shakers in around here that are like a threat to, or not a threat. That's a bit too forward, let us say, but that hold similar power to the guard around here. Surely they can't have the entire city in a stranglehold.
It's amazing what can happen when the guard decides to take over, whether through violence or fear.
That does sound amazing. Yes.
People have fled, or they deal with it. The council are in Devika's pocket, and so here we are.
Do you think the council's also going to be sympathetic to these Vasahatans then?
I don't know, I'm concerned, but what can we do?
Well, we can certainly drink, and I hold up the glass of wine. We can enjoy one another's company, which is always a pleasure. And, what else could we do? Kavi, think, Kavi.
I see you brought an instrument.
I did. We could enjoy a song, is what we could do. And yes, I set the glass down again. Still having not taken a drink out of it. I've just been holding it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's great.
It's kind of
Kavi
the
is
best.
sober as a judge right now. And like unwraps it, and it's, you know, it's nothing like super duper fancy or special. I grabbed the price out of the book, so I figure it's probably like a standard. If it would please, perhaps I can soothe your troubled and weary soul with a song a friend once taught me. And I kind of like get it up on the sofa, whatever the hell we're sitting on, like
low cushions.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, if we're on like cushions on the floor, that'd be perfect, because I sort of sit it, and it just sort of like, because again, I'm short, and you know, Urhu's only a little bit shorter than I am, so I just kind of prop the thing up, and I bring it up, and take a second to kind of tune it a little bit, and start playing a. It's not sad, but it's kind of melancholy. It feels nostalgic for a time you've never known, sort of song. It's very it's a lot of very slow notes, but still it has not sad. I want to avoid sad, you know.
Yeah, make me introspective, right? More like an introspective song is what I'm asking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought you said make me an introspective.
No, I was gonna be like make me in, and then my brain went somewhere else, so it happens. All right.
Yeah.
Effective role.
I also went ka-kunk. It's like what?
Sorry. Introspective song. Make me a communication performance. Performance is under communication, right?
I totally have that.
Oh yeah.
It's Hot 17.
Yeah. She seems to just lean back, and she holds the wine, and she just kind of stops drinking and just like sinks into the music. And you can tell that music is very important to her, and the fact that this is a beautiful, and she's just a part of the music. Was there anything else you wanted to know from Ariana tonight?
So yeah, outside of character, it's like I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I could angle to turn this woman into an ally for us. Because I figure she's probably still got powerful connections around here somewhere in some capacity that we can leverage against a council that is potentially going to be working very quickly with the Vasahatans. Like but I'm not quite sure how to.
I think that spending time with her tonight will get you on good footing, and I think that will build. I don't know if it'll happen tonight, because she's very guarded, but I do think that this is a good first step. Okay,
cool. Then honestly, yeah, it's just trying to build rapport with her. I think is my continued focus there.
So yeah, you spend the night together, talking, playing music, whatever you want to have happen. She was not expecting anything. She was expecting a night to get to know you.
The couple of things I will say is, like, one, this is not quite the woman I was expecting to run into. Kavi is like, oh yeah, my family are dicks and they're dead, and just God, the whole city's a fucking mess now. It's like, you're my kind of people. Wait a minute here. So Kavi's also a little bit taken with this. And two, like, honestly, if that then leads into something, yeah.
It could. Totally could.
Then yeah, Kavi's totally down, honestly.
Okay. Things happen, whatever they want them to be. Asha.
Oh boy.
Are you waiting downstairs, or are you for Alice to
I'm
shut
just
up?
about to. I'm kind of like psyching myself up. It's like, okay, got along great. I look great. It's gonna be fine. I kind of go. Yeah, I go downstairs. Go downstairs to the waiting area, I suppose, to wait for Alice.
So you don't wait very long, and Alice comes in, and she so you remember she's older, like probably late 30s ish. Human or half elf, you can't quite tell, with long curly black hair, blue eyes, like a deep golden skin tone. She's not super tall, but she's very beefy, like very strong. And she is wearing, so you saw her last night in her guard outfit. Tonight she is wearing a beautiful light blue sari that's like draped around her perfectly, and she has like rings on her fingers. She is decked. She looks stunning. Her hair is done kind of like half up and half down, and she just like kind of walks in, and she's thick, but she's also like just stunningly dressed. And
I think without even like, I don't think they even know that they said it out loud, but they just look at Alice and like, you're a vision.
And then you see just a kind of like smile, because you could tell she's kind of nervous, and she's like, "You look amazing as well."
Oh yeah, actually, you know, Chanda let me borrow this. Like, her outfits are just amazing, but thank you.
And then she kind of leans in and she goes, "But you look beautiful in it."
Asha's feathers just ruffle in pleasure.
So dinner?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Okay.
Wow, what did you have in mind?
Do you mind walking? I want to take you to my favorite restaurant.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's great.
So you're gonna walk kind of more into the merchant district, kind of in this area. Here, I'll move down so people can see it. If I can make sure that it's on the thing. Okay, good. Like right in this area.
So,
Yeah.
okay, that area's
So kind of close. So it's really close by. You walk down a couple streets and you're there. And
Okay, cool.
she leads you into, it's kind of a small, like kind of out of the way. It's in the bottom part of the building, and you walk down steps to get to it. It's kind of below, and you open it, and it is a gorgeously decorated, very small kind of cafe setting with beautiful murals on the walls, and it's really well lit, but there are no windows because it's underground. It's like a basement area, but it is a very quiet with beautiful music playing in the background, and you can just tell about Alice that she has really good taste. When you see this place, there's a lot of low seating, like small little intimate areas, kind of curtains up in between, so there's like some privacy. And she walks in, and the host greets her. "Oh, Alice, you're here. Let me take you to your table." And Alice is a guest, and kind of like a small bow, and takes you back to like kind of the back corner. There's a little table that's kind of draped around with curtains, and they're kind of all, the colors are like russets and golds and like very earth tone areas. It just seems like kind of a really nice intimate place. And you're directed to a table, and tea is brought for you, and Alice says, "Oh, sit down."
Oh, thank you. This place is amazing.
"It's my favorite place."
Oh my gosh.
And she gets kind of quiet, and she's like, "I just wanted to show you that the whole city isn't just big parties and stuck up people."
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't thinking that, but I mean, that's usually not my scene at all. I was I was there with Chanda, and she just needed a companion, so I decided to go through, and yeah, it was a party.
Yeah, I'm glad I worked during those instead of having to be a part of them.
Yeah, I bet. I've done that kind of posting back in my home, so I totally get what you're talking about.
Where are you from?
Oh, did we ever talk about where we're from? Sita?
I think
Govara.
we did.
You're from Govara.
Govara?
Sita was from Govara, and I think for you we had said one of the other cities, like one of the further away cities. I don't
Asha was a
remember.
friend of yours from that town that came with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Govara then.
Okay. Oh, I'm from. We're both from Govara.
Oh, that's a nice town. I've always wanted to visit.
Oh yeah, it's really pretty. Maybe, well, I mean, I don't know how long Chanda and I stay here, but maybe someday I can pay it forward and show you around.
And then she kind of lights up, and she's like, "I would love that." Anyway, let me show you what's good. And she'll like go over the menu with you, showing you what's good here and like the house dishes that are her favorites. And like she's just trying to show you the best night out.
Yeah, I'm like Asha's all for it. Just having this kind of just being in this city is just everything is just new to them, so they are just all for it. It's just kind of nodding, yep, I will trust your judgment.
Okay, so unless there's something you want specifically to have happen during this night, it'll just be a night of getting to know each other.
I think in addition, I think Asha kind of just getting to know her, but also kind of just I kind of want to talk about, you know, how like without being too like boring and talk about job stuff, kind of like, oh yeah, how's it like you know, kind of comparing notes on being being a guard, and like what's it like working under Devika and stuff like that.
And she'll fill you in that Devika pretty much raised her, and yeah, and that she wouldn't be anywhere without Devika, and just kind of like almost a mother a parent figure to her, and she does get frustrated with Devika sometimes because they're not very good at talking to people, and that frustrates her because it's all about making sure that people get along and work together and for the good of the city, all of that kind of stuff. And so she'll fill you in kind of on that. She won't tell you a lot about visitors or anything like that because that'd be outside of the purview of what she'd be allowed to say.
Okay. Yeah, I think in when they kind of realize that I won't like Asha won't be getting information on that kind of information on like the visitors, but so yeah, I think the conversation is now how is Devika, like trying to get a feel of like Devika like herself and just trying to
you can get a feeling from Alice that that she kind of hero worships Devika and you know thinks that they're one of the smartest and most interesting people ever, but sometimes they're not very good at talking to people. They're better with a blade, and that's what they've been good at. And so she'll fill you in kind of on that. A good warrior, a strong leader, not the best at diplomacy.
Yeah. I mean, she sounds like a great person, and I mean, if she kind of raised you, then I already kind of know that they must be amazing, right?
Yeah, they're pretty great. But thanks. And she'll smile. And then the food will show up, and I'm just envisioning kind of like smiling, blushing, awkward pauses.
Yeah,
and,
kind of awkward moments, but also like enjoying the food.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Don't let the awkwardness get in the way of the food.
No, exactly.
Never.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you wanted to accomplish?
No. Just want the odd
You'll
time.
spend a wonderful dinner together, and we'll see what everyone else is doing. Anyone else? What are y'all doing?
I would be doing my usual, you know, singing for rent.
Would you? Oh wait, no, I changed skills. That's right. Never mind. Forget that.
But also, I can do that last if anyone else had other things they wanted to do.
The only question I have is, would I be spending the night there, or do I go and then I'm out before it's bedtime kind of thing?
Up to you.
Okay, I see.
Share.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Share. I have an idea for a scene, if you're into it, where basically Procurity is having trouble figuring out what to wear tomorrow, and her only idea is the same dress again, because everything else she has is either travel clothes that are nice.
Oh, there's a wardrobe in the rooms.
So probably she comes sheepishly up to you and is like, So I was thinking of wearing this again tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to rip it at some point.
And I
Help?
see sort of the hem is like really starting to actually like whatever regular dust and wear and tear, it's starting to show now. And I'm like, maybe you could try something else just so that that gets a turn to rest and maybe get cleaned.
Yeah, it really wants it, and it's really nice, and people have been treating me nicer when I've been wearing it, and I really like it. And I mean, I don't mind wearing functional clothes, but I've never really worn like not just functional dress clothes, but like nice clothes, and I would really like to maybe look nice again. How?
I'm already like turning around, opening sort of all my like the wardrobe that's there in the rooms, and I hand you a couple of choices. It's like, try this on. See what
So
you
when
think.
so when you turn around, what she has done is she took the dress off, and now she is completely naked because she has no idea what to do. Like, should I wear something? I this is very confusing.
Well, if you want, I usually don't wear anything. I don't even bat an eyelid. See? And I was like, try this on, and I just hand it to you.
All right. So the first time I try it on, whatever it is, I put it on upside down.
And
Then left.
Prakirti, I'm sure the garments must have told you the same thing, but you need to wear it stitched side inside, like facing you.
Oh, that I didn't understand what they meant. They use all these technical terms that I don't know about sewing and clothes.
That's okay. Everybody learns. That's the first time. What do you just try it that way, the way it's meant to be worn, and tell me how you feel before I get something else. This is a very like Dan France type of
Yeah.
thing going on.
Do you feel this outfit right now? Are you feeling?
Yeah.
That sounds good. I like it. So eventually I start feeling good and I like it. I don't know what would necessarily be great for Procurity. I always liked the Anna Carly suit that I shared, but I don't know if that's the thing I've been wearing.
Yeah,
But-
those would be there as well.
Okay, so if you want to dress me up weird or cool, feel free, but that's all I had for the scene.
A lot of them are my performers' clothes, so some of them would be anarkali, some of them would be sort of the more kawali, sort of like little petticoat, sort of like
Oh, that sounds nice.
little coatie and like a hat and everything.
Cool. Let's go with that.
Yeah. So you kind of look like mini me now at the moment.
I kind
of love that.
I love that so much. Oh my god.
What's the name of the clothing that
like
you
that
called
a
it?
lot.
Just I think it's like just kawali outfit. Like it's the more femme version is the narkali suit.
Okay.
The more masculine version, which women also wear too. But you see, it's basically a plain kurta churidar, but you wear a little, almost like a bolero or like waistcoat with it.
That sounds adorable, and I like it, and I want it. So I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm just trying to visualize it. Thank you. New look acquired.
I like it. Sita, what are you doing?
Level up.
Thinking. Sheila doesn't really have that much to do, right? Like she's got her next date whenever that is, and beyond that, she's just like, doing her usual routine, spending time downstairs. If there's not that many like interesting people, she might go upstairs early and just like have a night to herself and just chill out.
It's a quieter
fun
night. It's a quieter
Yeah.
night. There was a party last night, so it's a little quieter tonight.
Little quieter night. She'll have a solo spa night, right? She'll chill out in the ginormous bath and just maybe have a glass of wine and unwind for a change.
That
There's
sounds
tiny purrs
nice.
coming from the bathroom.
Sounds nice. Okay, Baba Share. What are you doing?
Sing for your supper.
I like how you're preparing yourself. You're like, all right, Baba Share.
No, I have an idea what's
Here we
coming.
go. What are you doing?
So I start off and I go, Sort of the theme is all by myself. But not the famous song. It's the theme, because I'm actually singing a song in Hindi, which is Akele hai to kya gum hai, chahe to hamare bas mein kya nahi, bas ek zara साथ है तेरा, तेरे तो है हम कब से सनम. And then it sort of continues, and the lyrics are, I'm alone, but I don't have any sadness. There's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of things there that can be accomplished by me or us. All I need is you by my side, and I'm yours for forever, my darling.
Sita feels less guilty tonight.
I love that Sita feels less guilty tonight. Asha, Alice walks you home after a couple hours at dinner, just sitting and chatting and getting to know one another, and you kind of like walk back, and I don't know if you drank, but Alice drank some, and so it's kind of a little tipsy, not super drunk, but a little tipsy.
Oh no, I drink as well, but I think Asha kind of briefly remembers like the ship when we first shipped back, and just how like shit-faced Asha went on the first go, so they definitely like tempered it down, but still drank.
So it's a little giggly, but not
there's that happy buzz going.
That's kind of where Alice is too. And she walks you back and says good night and kind of like kisses you on the cheek if you let her.
I make sure to kiss her back on the cheek too when they come close.
Yeah, and it's not like the cheek kiss thing. It's like a
it's
and then says
dating.
So I have a night off in a couple days if you want to hang out again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then it like kind of tries to play it more.
And then she gets a big smile and she's like, "Great, I'll see you then, Artie. Have a good night." And she kind of walks away, like kind of like just happy, walking away, like,
"Yeah, good night." Like that shake. Okay, and kind of just go rush back to the inn.
Are you staying the night, Kavi, or not? That's up to you.
So the short answer is yes.
Okay.
The longer answer is I think at some point after we've had our fun, certainly.
And it was fun.
Okay. It's Kavi would definitely be leveraging her experience in that regard, despite the considerable height differential between
Ariana's
us.
also exceeding the experience. It's a good night for both.
Okay,
of you.
fantastic. Because I remember you like described her as being like tall, and it's just like I'm tall for a halfling.
Yeah.
But
was there the falling apple cart?
I don't think there were quite enough of us.
She's 5'7", so she's medium sized for a
for a human. Yeah, she's like reasonable height for me.
I think she's half elf, but yeah.
I gotta get up. Okay, let's go. At some point I think afterwards, while she's like asleep or passed out or however we ended up afterwards, and she is incapacitated, I'm kind of like laying there just sort of like reflecting, and I use my advantage of being a sneaky halfling person to get up and kind of like just slip away very briefly, and it's somewhere dark, and like I don't know if she has like an outside area or like the functionally like I always go to balconies, but like some kind of outside patio area or balcony.
There's a patio area.
Yeah. And I kind of
there's actually a patio off, like, because I'm assuming you've moved to the bedroom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a balcony off the bedroom.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I go like out into that, but like we see the camera from behind. Like as I'm going, I kind of pick up the Urhu as I'm going, and I do that thing where I like if there's like a railing on it, I just kind of like prop myself up on it, and I kind of start to just play the song again. I get like a couple of notes into it, and then kind of like stop and hold it against my chest, and not like sobbing, but just very lightly. There's just a couple of tears. And after a while, I head back inside and go to bed.
Does everyone?
Someone
I
very
just-
taught her that song.
Yeah, I assumed. Yeah.
I just want to say, Kavi has like the most interesting internal world as a character. Like
Yeah.
she's just
Mhm,
very, very interesting always. Like
Yeah.
so many layers.
So many.
Like
She's
an
got a lot.
onion.
I was almost said that. Dang it.
I'm trying to be like all
No,
like
you're being
effusive here. You.
and we're being jerks. We understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
That's all right. I mean, you know.
I'm a stinky onion. Yeah, it's fine.
Like I was gonna say, like a paratha. There's so many layers.
Let's go with that. That's better.
Or a croissant.
Like a parfait. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh,
Anyway,
all
so
fine. You're all fine.
We're definitely the food game.
uh-huh. Does everyone just go to bed normally?
If Sita sees someone on their way back in, anyone in particular, she'll have a chat with them if they want. Otherwise, yeah, she'll go to bed.
I'm assuming
otherwise.
that's an Asha chat.
Maybe if Asha wants to have a chat.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you were still in the main lounge area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of rush up to Sita and going, Sita,
How was it?
thank you so much.
Oh,
This outfit was perfect because they were
Yeah?
just like, oh man, you would have loved her outfit. It was so good.
tell me.
And then I kind of just go play by play of like what of the date and how like she wants to hang out again on her in a couple of days.
And you see Sita like just like squeeing with excitement. She's like, "Oh my god, that's so exciting! Oh, Asha, I'm so happy for you."
I know. And I'm just like,
And with the squee, there's very gentle knock of like, should I come in or are you busy?
Come in. Asha's back.
Oh, it was that sort of a squee.
Yes.
and then
And you see Sita
For a while,
go
Asha's
bright
just
red
like-
as she realizes what's going on.
what other squee? Oh.
Second
Well,
time
it's
like that.
it's rude to kind of walk in unless invited to walk in, so I was just being polite.
Can I poke my head in and just be like, I heard a squee. Is everything? Oh, it's you three. I get it now.
And just
Here we go again.
Wow.
oh, MGs.
Oh my god.
We're such
Okay.
good spots.
I love y'all so much. All right, so everybody goes to sleep unless. Okay, everybody goes to sleep. Kavi, Ariana wakes up in the morning. You have a nice breakfast if you so desire to stay.
Totally. Free food? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and she offers to get you a ride back, and hopes and says, "I would very much like to see you again."
I think we could arrange something to that effect, yes. We'll see each other again soon, I hope.
I hope so. And she kind of walks you out.
Awesome.
She's kind of into you. I don't know if you've noticed.
Subtle.
She's not at all subtle about it.
Becoming very reciprocal for Kavi is the thing. So.
It's really good.
it's
And
like-
there's just that same little palanquin with the two.
Sup? I climb inside.
And
Alright, let's
they-
get this thing rolling.
And
So
they
my
take you back to the inn.
Do any of them look familiar?
No.
I don't think you're down there. I think you're still up in the room.
Oh no, like when she gets dropped off.
Oh, no.
Oh, I
Okay.
forgot a thing I totally meant
No,
to do.
what'd you mean to do?
From our share, when you went to bed, there is a bag of money sitting on it, and a handwritten note from me that says, "We're even." And there's 40 pieces of silver sitting inside that bag. By the way.
Okay.
Is that from the gambling dart throwing thing from? That's good.
I
Oh,
wasn't-
right. Now I actually get it, and I was like,
I
I
was-
smile. I smile as I understand what that means now. Because initially I was like, wait, are you trying to keep giving me the stuff back? And then now it hits me. And I
Just had
just pocket it with a smile.
Yeah. I let Kavi just had to find the angle, and she found it.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Can I do
Yeah.
something during the night?
Yeah, of course.
Like maybe like an hour or two after we go to bed. Thinking I'm gonna knock on Barbara Scher's door. And are you awake and are you alone?
I say, I'm alone.
And can I come in?
Yeah. And you notice that Bumper's just kind of actually, usually whenever there's company, there's like this entire kind of like larger than life, like absolutely. As you enter, you see Bumper actually curled more like a common house cat, just in a ball, like sort of self-soothing, and looks up and sort of stretches up and sort of sits more in a humanoid lounging position and says, "What's up?"
Prakirti looks like a mess. Basically, she's had nightmares for the past 2 hours after remembering some of what went down at the village. She doesn't necessarily want to talk about it. She's like, "Can I just sleep in here tonight, Cher? I don't."
Okay. Just to be clear, this is mainly snuggling, not learning things.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, whatever you want.
That would be
I
nice
just want to
for
make
me.
sure. I just want to make sure we're clear what's going on here.
She's been remembering things since she's been back in the city. Because the first time she was here was right after all the stuff went down.
Yeah, so I sort of be in like a cuddle position, sort of be a tiger blanket.
I could use a tiger blanket.
Oh.
Actually, sorry, Kate. I also realized one thing.
That's fine. You wanna,
Okay.
no.
So after she's done, chatting with Ash and all that stuff, she kind of returns to her own room, and she kind of has two thoughts. And the first thought that she has is she's worried about Asha and how Asha may have to reveal her truth someday, and how nervous she is for that. But the other thought is about the Atavi villages, and she's going to write a letter. She's going to write a letter to home, and she's going to write it to her Sadaya. And she's just it's just basically going to say, I miss you. I'm worried about home. Write back if anything is unusual. I'm coming to see you very soon, Sita.
Okay.
And then once everyone's asleep, she'll go downstairs and she'll hand it to
Kaylin.
I can't do names.
Kaylin.
Yes. She'll hand it to Kaylin and she'll go, just if you can get this to the Atavi villages, just on the down low. I'm not quite sure what the plan is yet, but I gotta start thinking.
And she'll nod. Of course.
Thanks. And she'll head to bed after that.
If Prakirti knew, she'd be jealous because there's not really anyone she can write a letter to besides like the old village caretaker.
I think that's why Sita's kind of doing it a little subtly. Well, and she doesn't know what the plan is yet, right? Yeah. So she's trying to figure it out, and then once she knows what the plan is, she might invite Prakirti along if Prakirti wants to come with her, if she decides that she needs to go back, or we'll figure it out when she hears back.
Not like bad jealous, more just kind of like sad, like aww.
Yeah, it's a very melancholy feeling. Yeah, I get that.
So everyone sleeps, right? I just want to make sure you all can do whatever you want. Okay, and Kavi is dropped off the next morning.
I'm back, baby.
How was it?
I imagine fairly well, since you would have returned last night if that was the case.
Yeah, I don't know. We had fun. If that's like we did a sex, so I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like,
Whoa!
I write down in my journal, did a sex, common vernacular.
As long as you had fun and it was all comfortable and consensual, I mean, all the Yelp reviews were pretty good.
No.
What's a Yelp?
It's a noise I make when I get 4 stars.
What do you make when you get 5?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Squeal.
That was the
Wouldn't you
noise that Asha made.
Oh, the squeak. I'm sorry.
I need to clip that. I'm going to clip that.
Did us.
I would have probably also told you that if anyone misbehaves, that's like straight away, like no, like first warning. It's like
Yeah, Kavi's in her 40s, and she's a rough and tumble woman. She'll take care of herself. She's not some like wilting flower. No, she's a hard woman who's been through hard times. But anyway, no, like I just sort of come in and I don't even like break stride. I'm just kind of like walking over to our little common area and sort of like plunk down the instrument and go, more importantly, and then I fill them in on the whole situation with Ariana's family, how she feels about them, the connections to it, et cetera, and her view of what's going on with the like the council and stuff, and I just kind of blunk that onto everybody. So I think she could be a powerful ally to us, but you know, that's something I'm going to have to work on. I think don't know how, but hey, you know, the more arrows in the quiver, right?
Yep, and that completely checks out from whatever I would have known from Mummy G and I guess Ariana's mother.
So
Did you know Ariana's mother? Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ariana's mother was a frequent
Yes.
visitor.
Yes.
So when Devoka took control, it was just like, I'm leading the guards in an armed uprising type take control?
It was a little less violent. It was more of a
Like a bloodless coup.
yeah, except that they ended up killing the dad.
Okay.
That, by the way, that was Procurity in character.
No.
Like,
Oh yeah. Okay.
like, I don't think she realized just how forceful the takeover was.
So Ariana's mother had died several
Yeah.
years prior, and he had gotten worse and worse and worse. He had been dealable, but he kept getting worse, and so the population was not at all sad when the guard overthrew him.
But they did decide to kill him when they did that.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
just him. No
That
one
was-
else actually died in it, surprisingly.
Yeah, that was the only collateral.
Hmm.
And yeah, this is all stuff I would have picked up that night. So all to you via the GM.
I think Sita would also add, I don't think they would have taken him hostage. It doesn't make sense. If you're going to overthrow someone, you're going to want to make sure that they can't stab you in the back afterwards.
Sita's not wrong. All
And,
right.
Asha chimes in on what, you know, I mean, it's pretty minimal information, but kind of lets everyone know about like Alice's position and how like their her take on Devika. So there's that kind of especially the part where, hey, they're a great soldier leader, but diplomacy and taking care of a city, not that great.
So
That's good to know.
it sounds like Lady Minsay was right to be worried then. Leaving things as they are, the Vasahatans are definitely going to make inroads into this town.
That's not good.
Yeah.
They're all racist and moist.
I missed a lot in that palanquin, clearly.
No, just that, really. That's really the most of it.
Did we ever fill you in on what happened in the palanquin?
Might have, but not the
Basically,
napkin.
Kavi, we just I've got another date with the dude.
I
We're all
cursed.
invited.
No, it's only me that's invited. I'm sorry, y'all.
I did, however, curse his handkerchief, and he made an absolute mess of himself, and it was hilarious.
His face was falling off.
His face is apparently made of solid paint, or was.
Yeah, even our our most decorated courtesan doesn't put that much on.
Yuck and or ew. Okay, fantastic.
Go
So-
for both.
Yeah. Well, good. Sita, you can continue to get close to this guy. Is like, how close is Alice to? Oh crap! I just lost that lady's name.
Devika. Their
Devika.
name is Devika.
Their name.
Mhm.
Their name. How close can they get to them? Like, is there any way we can put a bug in their ear about, like, maybe we could bring them proof of some evil doings or something? I don't know. I'm not sure what our next move here is the
We
thing.
could put a wedge between Devika and Vasahara, possibly.
I mean, certainly that's like the goal here. Definitely is to turn them against them. But
I'm definitely trying to get a meeting with Devika too, via Gal.
Yeah, that's
ow.
putting a wedge between the Vasahatans and Devika seems like the best way, because it sounds like she's pretty easily influenced. I think if she doesn't know how to, if she's confused about leading, maybe the Vasahatans are just an easy way out. But
Might work.
Alice can have some influence. If Alice has some influence over Devika, maybe Alice can
I would say,
sway her away.
I would caution though, Sita, about trying to meet Devika through what's their face, because they will expect you to be on their side, and if you'd have to be very careful, is all I'm saying.
What if there's another way to Devika? I don't know the connections between the Adventurers Guild and Devika, but I know people there, and maybe we could get into her that way?
And I've performed for Devika many times, not in an intimate manner, but as an entertainer. Devika knows me personally while I was in this town. And now I'm back.
I mean, Alice talks about Devika like a parent. I just don't know what a good reason would be right now at the time to kind of have a reason to meet Devika. I mean, right now it's just like, I'm just Chanda's best friend. Right now there's no reason for me wanting to meet the leader of the city, you know.
I would be hesitant to use your connection to Alice just because it seems human, and I wouldn't want to take advantage of that for that purpose if we had another option.
We could try me as an entertainer. I'm already well known.
Speaking of human solutions to complicated problems, I'm just going to put out there what I know nobody else wants to say, but we're all probably thinking about. We have a pretty tight connection to the Assassin's Guild.
If Devika is selling out Avithna in this way, even if it's accidental, that's worth considering.
It is.
And for Kirti, that's a particularly heavy statement.
I acknowledge
mention-
that.
We should
However-
contact Lady Minte. Check in with
That-
her.
Is a
I was
fabulous.
going to mention also that it seems to me, from what I'm hearing, that especially from what Alice had mentioned, that Devika is concerned about not being socially savvy enough. If we can beat the Vasahatans to the punch on that, then maybe we will have an even stronger ally before we think about replacing Devika, because we come back to the same issue. In fact, it might be even worse if Devika is taken out with no clear person to step in.
They might just take over. And also it would be very bad for pretty much everybody below the
This is the biggest
Recruiters
city.
Guild. They would
Is
suffer.
Opez still in town, Kate?
How the who?
Opez.
You have not seen her.
Hmm.
Don't forget, you do have those 3 pieces of paper too.
What if we... Do the Vasahatans have a place they are staying that we know of?
You don't know where it is because no
Aren't
one's
they on a dock?
asked yet. Think
There
they-
is the boat.
yeah.
Didn't they have a boat? that
They do
weren't
have a
letting-
boat. Yes.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even checked out the docks, have we?
That does
What if-
totally figure it. sort of thing that Sita might be able to find out.
What if
Wow.
we
Gal.
snuck?
That's
If
true.
we find incriminating evidence,
Mhm.
plans, the stuff we found on the island, that might be enough to convince Devika, first of all, that we are trustworthy, and that second, that they are not.
At the
We
very
can
least,
get
it
through
would make them
Gal, right?
suspicious.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get that through Gal if we find out where they're staying at?
Yeah.
Can't hear Leona.
Nope, can't hear you,
Yeah.
Leona.
I can hear you.
Hello?
Oh, there you go.
I can hear her
Okay.
now.
Zoom did a weird thing. I said I can absolutely find a way to get that information out of Gal.
If necessary, we could do some breaking and entering. I don't know if anyone else is into that.
I think
Yeah, I think
let's
we can sway
I
a
think
little.
we can all.
for a moment.
I would. Also, like that is all. That is all good. We should definitely do that. But I will maybe start working on seeing if Devika needs a cultural companion.
We put everything in motion, and hopefully one of the nonviolent ways will prevail.
Of course.
But who knows? This is
And to a certain extent, Aunt Emma wouldn't have asked us to be here if she could just assassinate. That's
a
why
good
we're
point.
here.
She probably recognizes the chaos that would cause.
So that's, I'm pretty sure Aunt Emma must have already thought of that.
No, for sure. Assassins can also get into places, and someone that powerful also knows people.
So
Just keep-
We could take her aid.
Yeah.
We could take her aid for breaking and entering.
But I think that this idea of trying to get an idea or get an address, whatever, where a location, that's the word I'm looking for. Hi, it's late. Trying to get a location of where these people are hanging out, getting our hands on more of their materials, and then presenting that to someone, hey.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to try to do social contacts with Devika, both through Barbara Scher's art stuff and the Adventurers Guild. Did we have another avenue to connect with her?
True, gal.
Right. So we'll try all of those at once. And hopefully one of those will end up good.
And Sita's gonna use a parchment to contact Lady Minsay.
Okay. What are you writing out? Anything specific or just explaining?
How secure are these parchments?
They go straight to her. She has a book. So she told you when you left that she gave you these 3 and they go straight to her book that is always on her person.
Okay. I think she'll kind of attempt to write a summary of what she's found out.
Okay.
I think she'll basically write, invaders making significant headway.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very good understanding of what the situation is here in Varanasi. But it might be good to speak to you and plan a route forward. We have some ideas, and we want to convince Devika to change sides, but we could use a hand. Sita.
City compromised. Please advise.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Right.
much, right? Well, and she's trying so hard to how do you sum up all of this information into one parchment?
1 page. Yeah. Pretty much 1 page.
Right?
You know who else might
Bullet
know
points.
the location of the base or where they're staying? Poor people, the urchins. We used to provide food, other services. They might have noticed a particularly wealthy palanquin with a particularly gross painted person who looks unusual traveling here and there.
Or the palanquin drivers themselves.
This is
Also
true.
true.
We've got
Yeah.
2 other avenues of research.
Hey, if we need someone to slum it, I know some people.
I say we check out all of our avenues.
Yeah. Especially since I know at least 7 of them.
Yeah,
7.
let's do it all.
So as you're planning, there's a knock on the door.
I'll just go get it, shall I? Do, 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 do.
Good Foley work.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Kaylin says, I have a note for Barbara Share. Hands it to you.
I'll take it over to Bubbar's chair. Shut the door.
I open it up.
And it is a note from Mummy G that says, do you remember what tomorrow is?
Me, the player, doesn't, but me, Bubber, might.
It is a big celebration that happens in town every year. Do you remember what tomorrow is? You better come by.
And I look at it, and I was like, oh my god. And I look outside, I was like, oh, it's daytime. It's not like I can see it. And I try to remember what the moon looked like the previous night.
Which you know that way better than me, Mariam, so you...
Yeah. What are you calling this festival?
I forgot to come up with a name because I'm dumb, so...
No.
Do you want to call it the Lunar Festival?
Yeah, I'll call it the Lunar Festival.
The Lunar Festival.
I like that. There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, the Lunar Festival. And I was like, it's the Lunar Festival! And I'm home! Yay! And I'm just like, and Mummy G makes the best food!
We have a party to go to.
Lunar Festival?
And usually when I'm excited, I'm usually sort of you're not sure whether I'm excited and like wink wink nudge nudge or like, but this is like absolute child joyful glee.
Aww.
I'm acting like a 5-year-old.
I'm sitting behind you, dressed identically to you, much more mature, going,
So Big Tiger playing around in the room.
I'm like Tigger, just bouncing around.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I lost track of time, huh? Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, Kavi, you've celebrated this before.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like, yeah, in varying degrees of opulence and just like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah. Last night was whatever phase of moon is appropriate.
I was probably in the city for it once, but I stayed inside and studied.
Yeah, probably. This is not something that's celebrated in the Atavi villages in the same way. You have
Well,
different...
this is probably what during the because it's been a couple years since the villages.
Yeah, so yeah.
How about Asha? Has Asha ever celebrated it?
No, you've never been out of Shalana until now, and Shalana has different celebrations. And
Oh, okay.
yeah.
This sounds like a good thing.
I mean, you like eating and drinking?
Yes.
Yes. Lots of it. And then
Yes.
it doesn't really look good on my skin, but those without fur, they apply henna all over themselves, and I just start going on about waking up in the morning, new clothes, money, and pets on the head, and
Pets on the head.
And as Barbara Share... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
And as Barbara Share describes this amazing festival, and you all get very excited, that's where we're going to end tonight. 'Cause it's a good place to end.
Party time!
The Lunar Festival is next week.
I want to get henna painted.
You could totally do that.
Yeah, you could totally do it.
I think that would be cool.
That'd be so cool.
To look like Bubba Share.
Oh, like all over you? So you have Tiber?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea, but
It's an idea.
It's
Definitely an idea.
that's about as far as I know if it's a good idea. It's got the idea part down.
I like it.
It's a thing. It could happen.
I like it a lot. Okay, let's go around. Shout out who you are, where we can find you on the internet, and something you had fun with tonight. We're gonna start with Gemma.
Woo, okay. My name is Gemma. I played Asha, the Owlfolk Rogue. You can find me on Twitter at Kupo Knight, O being a 0 because Twitter's dumb. and I host a podcast called Diverse Geeks in Focus, which focuses on marginalized voices in geek culture. You can also find me on Welcome to the Party, this amazing channel here. I am usually playing on Saturday nights in Adventures in Agni, and tonight maybe on 3V sometimes, and obviously here on Emissaries of Avithna. Favorite moment? Ooh, there was so much. Ooh, I really liked the when Kavi played the erhu. I think that was I really like that instrument a lot. So just having that in game and having it played is amazing. It's beautiful. I love that scene a lot.
It's good stuff.
Mhm.
Silent Ferrets.
All right, I'm Silent Ferrets. You can find me at 1000 Heads, spelled out like the word, on Twitter. You can also find me at silentferrets.itch.io, where the games I design are. We just released the new edition of my No Crime But Living game, which is the intersectional on the run from wizard fascists in America thing. And we did some play testing, and it's really good and kind of heartbreaking because that's what it's supposed to be. And I'm going to be running Unknown Armies in the fall, probably, for Welcome to the Party. And my favorite moment was probably Kavi playing the Urhu, but specifically after the person I don't remember the name of went to sleep and was by herself, and just like kind of Ariana, and just like the little tear, because I find Kavi's internal world very interesting, and I'm very curious about like the whole thing. And that was cool. Though I did like cuddling with Barbara Sher as well.
It's good. That's a good
Who
moment.
wouldn't?
Yeah, fair. Leona.
Hi, my name is Leona Maple. You can find me on Twitter at the Leona Maple. I'm famously known for saying I do too many things. You can find me producing 3V, the show before this. It's going to be our last game next Sunday before our season break. And then we'll be back in September with an all new roster. And so that'll be very exciting. You can also find me here. Let me throw 3V into the chat real quick while I'm here. And what else am I doing? I am on wow, I can't brain. The Musafirs with Mariam. And I am not doing any other games at the moment. Yet. There's a lot more exciting stuff in the pipeline, and I'm just really excited. So I'm looking forward to September. So you should definitely come back and check out our all new lineup, because there's some exciting things happening.
And what's something you enjoyed from tonight?
All of it. There were so many good moments, and I love it. And I love when Sita gets angry, because that's just like my favorite thing to like play the deeper emotions. So I don't know. I just love the whole game. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So many good moments.
Mariam.
Hi, you can find me on Twitter at media_junkie, and sometimes my other alias, especially on Twitch chat and possibly Instagram, is Dr. Insane, DRN SAIN. That's another thing that anyways, so you can find me. I'm the GM and the creator of the Musafirs, which is an actual play podcast in Surzamine, which is South Asian, decolonized South Asian fantasy. And I will be running a short shot in September, but not in 5e, in Dungeon World. There'll be more details as the new season stuff is happening, but I'm super excited for that. In addition, I basically live here on the weekends with Agni, then 3V, which I am running an next weekend is Eid ul Adha, so I'm running an Eid themed 5e one shot on 3V next week. And so yeah, I'll be doing that, and I will also be here right after in Emissaries of Avithna, and I'm so excited for
the Lunar Festival.
Yes, the Lunar Festival, because we just made the name up, but
Yay.
Yeah.
And favorite thing for tonight, or just everything?
Oh, everything. But specifically, I mean, I like the Eru thing as well, but I think I liked when Asha got the Sita treatment.
That was good stuff too.
It was really cute.
All right, Fox.
That was great.
Hey folks, I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on the Twitter, where you can see me be very quiet for the last week because I took a break from Twitter because, I don't know, reasons. What do? I do a lot of stuff. Monday nights, which I'll be doing tomorrow night because that's when Monday is. Wow, it's late. Masks, our Aegis Shield of Earth game is at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We are coming down to it. I think we've got like 3 sessions left, including the next one. I think there's like 2 games or something. And then yeah, we're gonna be wrapping that game up. So here's hoping we save the world. Here's hoping Wild's character doesn't eat shit. That would be bad for him, but that's what he gets for taking the Doomed playbook.
Fair. Fair.
Avithna, you already know what it is, Sunday nights. But also on Sunday nights, just before this, you just missed it, folks. I was over on Devil's Luck Gaming. I believe that's twitch.tv/ like Devil's Luck or something. I probably should get their URL. At 8 Eastern Time, I am in a Shadowrun game with our co-founder Throck GMing, and it is amazing. I shot a bunch of orc dudes in the face because they were being jerks. They threw a grenade at me, so they deserve to get wasted. Also, we met a really nice little kid named Pip. We may have given him guns. It was really nice.
Give Pip guns.
It's twitch.tv/Devil's Luck Gaming.
Devil's Luck Gaming. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Leona, for having my back.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Good night.
I was trying to hit the mute button. I hope I
You're fine.
didn't make it.
That's okay. That is okay. I've got a Scum and Villainy game coming up next season. It's going to be a whole thing. 2 of the players are in this. I don't know where they are relative to me. Mariam's down there. They're in it. And Gemma, wherever you are, you're in it as well. It's going to be amazing. They're going to be space bastards and blow stuff up. But
We're gonna lick everything.
you're not absolutely under no circumstances. No. I will shoot.
Here we go.
Do it. Do it.
I am not bardic.
Fair.
He is a nice British boy. I am an angry old dyke. You will not get away with that shit. But that's starting up next season. And that is everything I'm on at the moment. I'll probably be involved in the charity stuff, but more on that as it develops. I am one of the editors on our Patreon writing thing. I also write over there. And I hang out in our Discord a whole bunch. Just come in, say you have gay feelings, I'll materialize.
It's true. And your favorite thing from tonight?
Far and away, easily, dropping the vase in the friggin' bathwater.
I forgot about that.
Solid joke. Solid joke. So, brava.
That was good.
That was legit good.
I forgot about that.
Hi,
There's
I'm-
just too much good
okay.
stuff. We need less of it. Wait, no, that's bad.
No.
Don't say
Wait,
that.
what?
So,
Absolutely not. Stop, won't stop.
hi, I'm Kate. I go by Me and Midair on the Twitters, and I am here 3 times a week on the channel. Tonight with this awesome group of people, which I love playing with. And then Tuesday nights, I'm in Rifts, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I play Iola. She's a half fairy, wizard bard, and she's not wizard bard, wizard thief, and she's awesome.
She rode a dragon.
She
She
did.
rode a
She
tiny
reduced herself and then rode a tiny dragon. It was
This
the
game-
best.
Like a
This is
steed.
nuts.
Yeah, like a steed. No, like a steed.
We're in Avithna, so my mind just went other places.
Anyway, and then I'm also on Friday night at the Dragon Dark Days campaign where I play Mori Tenier, the wizard bard, who literally almost died. Almost was vaporized to death. And luckily, because of this dumb flaw that she had, she picked the right one that she didn't die. So it was a plus. Good times. The Tomb of Annihilation sucks. Anyway, so you can check that out on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm also one of the editors over at the Writing Project, so come check us out there if you like to write, or check out our Patreon if you want to see early articles or early podcasts or behind the scenes fun, exciting things from the channel. That's the best place to get it, and also support us because all of that money goes to help sponsor the great things that happen on this channel and build it out even more. Come hang out with us on Discord. We like to hang out with you. Check out our podcasts. I'm trying to think of all the things. There's so many things to shout out now. I know. And then also check out our merch sponsor, So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear. And if you use the code WELCOME, you get 10% off awesome merch. And I believe they're working on some new merch. Probably. Which is kind of exciting. And I love playing with you all. You just embrace this world and go with it, and it makes me super happy. Plus, I kind of love that we are a guerrilla warfare dating sim. This is not how I expected this to go, but it just ended up that way, and I'm like, sure, let's go with it. Why not?
Dating,
good
fashion,
stuff.
and food sim.
Yeah,
Yep.
dating, fashion, and food. It's good. It's good stuff.
And feels.
Yes,
And
Kate.
feels. I love it. It makes me happy.
And now the Lunar Festival!
Another Lunar Festival. All right, which will be next week. So we are going to be rating Hippo TV tonight.
That's a good name.
Get the
Hippo.
love ready for them. Get your emotes ready and send the love that way.
Get ready to raid.
We will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
It aired up for some reason. Okay, we're good. We're
Are we
good.
good?
We're good.